Welcome to Sri Prakash Educational Institutes. Sri Prakash Vidya Niketan, Rajamandri. Book review by Krishna Kishore, Mathematics faculty.
Title of the book: The Story of My Experiments with Truth. Book review. Preliminary information. Name of the book: An Autobiography, or The Story of My Experiments with Truth. Name of the publisher: Vivek Jitendra Desai. Name of the author: M.K. Gandhi. In this book, I gave a brief account of the author of this book, M.K. Gandhi, and the reason behind him in writing this autobiography. I gave an explanation why Gandhi gave the title The Story of My Experiments with Truth rather than an autobiography to this book, which he used it only as a subtitle. I gave a brief summary of the various things present in different parts of this book for the benefit of the reader. I gave my personal opinion about this book as well as what makes this book worth reading. About the author. The author of this book is the most popular legendary person of the 20th century, father of our nation, Mahatma in the eyes of the people, the person who sacrificed his whole life for the cause of independence to the country, the person who advocated principles of truth, satyagraha, non-violence, and spiritual thoughts of the self-realization to the people, who is none other than Mohanchand Karamchand Gandhi. Why Gandhi wrote his autobiography? One of the insistence of one of his co-worker Swami Anand, Gandhi agreed to write his autobiography little by little in the form of small chapters to a magazine, Navjivan, to which Gandhi usually write his articles. Gandhi decided to write his personal experiences of the experiments what he has conducted on truth during his lifetime. The reason for this Gandhi made it clear in his introductory words of this book that he never wanted to boost himself as a hero in the minds of the people, but he wants to transfer some good thoughts to the reader that he experienced during his lifetime. Keynote: the original script was written in Gujarati language by M.K. Gandhi to Navjivan magazine, and it was later translated into English by Mahadev Desai. According to Mahadev Desai, the subtitle autobiography was given by Gandhi himself for his The Story of My Experiments with Truth. Part 1. In this part, Gandhiji introduced his family members and the details about his birth to the readers. He narrated about his childhood days in this part as an interesting way. Two things which literally helped in his character building at this age are a playlet Shravana Pitrabhakti Nataka, a story about Shravana's devotion to his elderly parents, and the other is Satya Harishchandra, a character of Purana who never speaks lie even at the cost of his life. His child marriage with the Kasturba, death of his father, his journey to England to earn law degree, the problems he faced there with their culture as well as his strict adherence to vegetarianism, religious foundation he got through Gita and Bible, are the interesting things that the reader can get a first hand information from this part. Part 2. To deal with the case, Gandhi went to South Africa, and there he was humiliated by racial discrimination incident in a first class coach. Gandhi was very much moved by the oppressive and racial discrimination methods shown by South African rulers over the Indians who are living there. This heart throbbing situation of local Indians in South Africa made him a confident and strong leader. Part 3. Along with his family, Gandhi went to South Africa to work with local Indians. He decided to completely dedicate his life to human service. He used to attend hospitals daily for 2 hours to clean the wounds of the patients and even clean toilets. At this time, he developed the concept of brahmacharya, non-violence, and satyagraha, which later helped in the battle against British rulers in India. Finally, the mission led by Gandhi in South Africa has tasted success, and that is the first win for Gandhi as a leader. Gandhi's increased interest in practicing vegetarianism, experiments of truth in court cases, experiments with satyagraha, experimenting naturopathy in treating diseases, fasting methods to self restraints, training of the spirit, meeting with Gokhale are the interesting things found in this part. Part 5. People treated Gandhiji as hero after his successful mission at the South Africa. On the request of his political guru Gokhale, Gandhiji travelled throughout India, and that made him realize the poor condition of the Indians at the hasty rule of British. Champaran Satyagraha, Ahmedabad Satyagraha, Khada Satyagraha against Rowlatt's Act are important events we can know from his part. What makes this book worth reading? First one. A legendary and most popular person like Gandhi, in his own words, giving about the experience of his personal life and an account of various events which occurred during independence struggle at that time will create a lot of interest among the people to read this book. Those who want to know history of Indian independence struggle by reading this book, they get a first hand information from a person who actually lead the struggle from the front. In writing this book, Gandhiji hide nothing the information that can reach the people whether it is good or bad. He was harsh on himself in admitting his mistakes as well as the ways he used to correct his mistakes. This sincerity or honesty of this great person had an influence on increasing the value of this book. An average ordinary person who is shy even to mingle with the others, how he became Mahatma, great soul, in the eyes of the people. How he, this simple person with his magnificent power of attraction able to bring millions of people together to fight against British. To know the answers for these questions, one has to read the autobiography of M.K. Gandhi. The simple and lucid style of his writing will help the readers to understand the things easily. The various events and incidents which he experienced during his lifetime, he put forth in this book in a very interesting way. These experiences enrich the reader with the values and principles followed by Gandhiji during his lifetime. Gandhiji used to practice anything before he actually preached to anybody. This principle that Gandhiji followed throughout his life brought millions of admirers to him unite and fight against British. Readers can experience the values of spiritualism, truthfulness, non-violence, self-realization, etc. from the illustrations he made in this book. From Tolstoy, from experience in South Africa, Gandhiji realized that young can be trained only through spiritual training. Spiritual training helps to mold the character of an individual. Without character building, there is no value for education in young. Similarly, in Gandhiji's opinion, truth is God. Though truth only self-realization occur in a person, the experiments on truth that Gandhiji carried throughout his life for the purpose of this self-realization only. During independence struggle, Gandhiji preached non-violence to the people, which became a weapon in achieving independence to India. My opinion about this book: an autobiography or the story of my experiments with the truth, written by M.K. Gandhi, is a highly inspiring book, and in my opinion, it ought to be read by every Indian. After reading this book, definitely every reader will appraise Gandhiji's honesty and sincerity in presenting every minute details of his personal life without hiding anything to the reader, even though such incidents presented by him may be derogate his value. I really appreciated this nature of Gandhi in my mind after reading this book. Gandhi put to practice the things before he actually preached them to others. The biography that Gandhi wrote is simply superb, especially he narrated all the events which occurred in his life very interestingly, as well as the language used for this nation is very simple even to understand the level of a common man. Conclusion: Gandhi gave utmost importance to principles, values, and humanity rather than his life itself. Gandhiji lived his whole life as an example to others rather than simply preaching values to others. People have realized the importance of the principles and values of Gandhiji at present than before. Without any doubt, the centuries to come, Gandhiji will be remembered by people of any generation for the non-violent way he got independence to India.
Thank you for giving this opportunity. Namaste.